Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So I just figured I'd just drop a quick video because a lot is going on here. We're switching gears now. I think my last video was one of the videos that had the most negativity on air because I guess I had kind of waxed some males, their egos there, and came against some things that Cletus said, and people weren't liking that. And a lot of comments were really sexist, which threw me for a loop because I guess a female in the car world is frowned upon. But anyway, that's old news. We're moving on to the next topic here, which let's go back to the previous video. So you guys know I was super excited about the Rumblebee muscle pickup trucks, okay? And I had told you guys that the SRT version was on my radar, but I wanted to come and just have a conversation and you guys let me know. So for my ones and dones, my new kind of people on my channel, so let's talk about it. So I got the 2014 Stingray, the Corvette, the C7. I have the 24 Dark Horse, and of course I have the EV. So looking at trying to replace my 2023 Hellcat that was totaled in an accident in January. So like I was saying, we have options here, right? I was really interested in the SRT version of the Rumblebee pickup truck. I do have a lot of, concerns because one of them, like I said, they made a shorter bed. They did not come out with the complete crew cab. It's the quad cab. So, trying to utilize that with having people in the back. If you have somebody who's 6'2", it's going to be real hard to kind of get people in the back. And you're also looking at it for practicality. You're looking at the towing capacity, which is not, great compared to other vehicles. You're looking at the payload. So there's a lot of things that you're going to have to compromise and figure out what's important. Okay. I drag race. So those are things that I'm constantly looking at, whether or not I want to go down that route. But the prices came out and it's not bad looking across the board. So when we're looking at the 5.7 version of it, I think that would be the most practical option. And I think going around, you can get it around $62,000. And you're looking at it for the best towing, I guess, point of view. That one would be the best one too. And then I started thinking about it. I was like, well, instead of focusing on trying to replace the Hellcat, why don't you just get that one? It's already forged. Just throw a supercharger on it and you're saving money right there. I mean, that's one option. So I wanted to kind of, pick your brains. Would you consider that option? Let me know. Or would you straight go for the SRT version that I think is going to be around $97,000 based on the prices that we looked at? I don't think I want to do the 392, the Apache one. I just don't think so. It's either going to be the 5.7 where I know that I can put a supercharger up there and give me the horsepower I want, give me the fun, the thrills, but I'm losing again the back seat of it because it's not going to be practical for if I'm trying to tote around my family. So that's one option. And then the same thing too, we're switching gears here and we're talking about the GM because, they just released, or that 6.7, the Corvette, just came out too. So that was the Grand Sport. I was looking at doing that, but then I was like, hey, well, I got a 2014 Stingray here and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to sit here and start souping that one up. And I was like, well, why don't I just put a damn supercharger on that? 15 grand here, get that done. Boom. I have best of both worlds on that too, because the handling is crazy. I have opened that bad boy up. That would be an option. Let me know. To all my GM guys out there, would you consider going out here paying about $85,000, $90,000 for the Grand Sport, the new 6.7 engine in there? Or would you do something like that if you had an older Vet? Would you put a supercharger on that? And then lastly, I'm thinking, but like, what, dang it, I got so many options, and that's the problem with me. I have so many opportunities, so many choices. I don't know which one to do. Because I guess some people just think I drive around in the EV all day. But I was thinking about too, at one point, and in my other videos, if you go back, I was actually thinking about putting the Stage 2 Roush on my Dark Horse, because a lot of people were talking about the Dark Horse SC, and I'm like, there's no point in buying that when you can just put a Stage 2 Roush on that bad boy for around 15 grand, give you over, what, 800 some horsepower. It's lighter. It's going to be a lot faster than my previous Hellcat. I was like, shit, I got options. So if you were in my shoes, would you soup up your Corvette, or would you consider the Grand Sport, okay? The newer one that just came out. So that's between those options. I'm trying to replace the Hellcat, and I've been sitting pretty because I don't want to make an impulsive move. I think when I bought the Dark Horse, this was an impulsive move quickly just to get into something. And granted, I love my Dark Horse, but gives me two different excitements, okay? So same thing with the Dark Horse. Let me know if you had a Dark Horse, what would you do? Would you put a Stage 2 Roush on that bad boy? Let me know. Would you keep it the same? Because it rides fantastic. And then it brings me right back to the question, trying to replace the Hellcat. I have looked at trying to consider a Super Stock, because Super Stock will give me best of both worlds. It would be an upgrade to what I had because I had the Hellcat jailbreak. It would give me the horsepower that I'm looking for, actually more than what I had. Or would you consider something like this, one of these muscle pickup trucks? Or would you consider waiting for this mysterious new V8 that's coming out potentially? And I guess roadkill is going to determine the fate of that. You know, I am not looking for an inline six. I just don't. That's just not my cup of tea. I'm not saying that the horsepower won't be there. It's just not my cup of tea. I drove in a M4 comp, and like I said, it's a different sound. I love the experience. The drive is fantastic. I'm just not into that. Now, if you give me a BMW and you give me the V8 version of it, that's a whole different story. But let me know in your thoughts. Help your girl out, decide, kind of navigate and figure out, because when you got so many options, it's hard to kind of pinpoint. I'm looking at practicality. I'm looking at drag racing. I don't know if I'll be happy with the pickup trucks. I just don't know. I had an old school Armada, Big Bertha back in the day. So I don't know if I want to get from a car again, going back into a pickup truck or that's why I hadn't jumped on a Durango. Durango would be a fantastic option in my world. I mean, even looking at just a regular, like the 392 version of a Durango, that'd be fantastic. Can fit everybody in the car. But I don't know if that's going to fill the void of my previous Hellcat I had. From a practical standpoint, I think out of all the options, that would be the most practical to do. But I'm here to try to figure out, I want entertainment, I want fun, I want horsepower, I want a drag race. So I want it all. So help me navigate which decisions out of all of these would you choose. And do you think the prices are on the money for the new pickup, the trucks? Do you think it's reasonable, starting off at 62 with the 5.7, about 70 grand for I think the 392, the Apache version, and then I think 97,000 for the SRT, the Hellcat version. But let me know, and I'll talk to you in another video. Peace.